Hello there, I'm Nick. I'm 48 years old and I'm a vitrectomy patient. Basically what that means is that I've had this vision problem for about 5.5 years. It started with a birth defect called morning glory syndrome. For 42 years it didn't cause me really any problems, but at age 42 it was like a little bomb went off in my eye. And basically the retina sits on the back of the inside of the wall of the eye, and what's happening with me is fluid is pushing that retina away. I had 3 rounds of laser surgery where they basically built scar tissue around that area to try and create little dams in my eye to stop this fluid from pushing my retina away from the back of the wall of the eye. It was sort of successful. I did have some pretty serious problems before those surgeries. I had a black oval in the center of my field of vision, and after those surgeries the oval wasn't black anymore, it was opaque, but I do have distortions, straight lines bend in that eye. And I went along like this for 5.5 years, and then about 3 weeks ago I had another little episode, and the eye got really bad. It started being like looking through a glass of cloudy water is, I guess, the best way I can describe it. And I knew something was wrong. I went to see my retina specialist, who's 3 hours away from me in Green Bay, Wisconsin, who's been treating me from the start of this, and he says, oh yeah, your problem is a lot more serious. So we now had to do what's called a vitrectomy. And basically what they do is they knock you out, they stick a needle in your eye, and they numb up your eye, and then they wake you up and they stick 3 needles in your eye. And this wasn't real painful. I didn't feel a lot of this. One of them is a light source. The other needle is to suck out this fluid, this vitreous fluid that's causing this problem. And the third needle was to implant a gas bubble inside my eye. And the problem with this surgery is after it's done you have to stay in this face down position in which I'm currently in for as long as 2 weeks. I'm 7 days into my surgery now, and I had it on Monday. It's Sunday now, July 3rd, 2011, and I had it 7 days ago, and I've been forced to lie in this position for 18 hours or more every day. And I wanted to show you a little bit about the equipment and how I'm surviving it all. I'm allowed to get up for 10 to 15 minute stints every hour, but the longer I can stay in this position looking straight down, the better the chances of the success of this. Basically because that bubble inside my eye is pushing my retina back into place. And so it's really a goal of mine to stay in this position for as long as I can. But I'm going to get up now and I'm going to show you a little bit about the apparatus that I'm using to try and maintain this position. My whole life for the past week has been basically confined to my bedroom, where I set up this little area. I had to rent special equipment, including this thing that looks like a massage chair that I'm sitting in, that keeps my face pointed straight down. Now get up and I'll show you around a little bit here. This is what the massage chair looks like. As you can see, I have a TV set up there for me to watch. I have the volume off so I can speak and you can listen. But basically there's a bunch of different adjustments. I can these pads are velcroed on here so I can move them around and adjust them. There's levers over here to adjust the angle of everything. You can raise this up and raise this down. You can change the angle and make this lie more like a bed. But as you can see, there's a lot of pressure points. My hind end, sitting in that thing for many hours, my chest and my shins. When I put my shins on that, I can also lay my feet flat on the floor and put more of the weight on my feet and butt. They all tend to get sore, so I have a bunch of pillows around here that I use and stuff in there. I'm also using some pillows to support the TV. There's different pads that go on here. For instance, this chest pad can be removed and it can be replaced with this one over here. And all the time I'm talking to you, I'm trying to keep looking at the floor because that's what's best, but that one is more like a wedge, as you can see. This little thing opens up into a table. I have to basically kind of flip this up, and it's locked in there right now. Undo the lock, and this flips up to be a work surface. It's velcroed together in two pieces, or it comes apart like this, and then I lock that table in place and I can work on that a little bit. But the other little thing that's been a savior is what I just dropped on the floor. My smartphone. It allows me to communicate on the web and to talk to people on the phone, on speakerphone. My other little, I call these things thing 1 and thing 2. This is thing 1 and this is thing 2, and this is what I sleep in, and this is how I also get on the computer. You can see I have my laptop on top of a couple of pillows. I'm going to spin around down here and try to keep looking at the floor, and my face sits in the donut, hangs off the edge of the bed, and that's my little porthole right there. And I have to stay face down for as long as I can. Now when I go to sleep, I spin this around to make this look a little bit normal, but this has basically been my life for the past week, and it will be for about another week. Something else that's become an integral part of my life is eye drops. I have 3 of them. I have to take them 10 times a day, and boy, between the TV and the computer, I don't know how people did this before these sort of things. That's really helped me maintain my sanity. I'm going to go in the bathroom now and give you a quick look at the eye. The surgery, again, was done a week ago. As early as yesterday, I was very able to show you the points where the needles went in. Now it's difficult to see them. The eye is an amazing organism. It heals really fast. I can remember when I was a teenager, I struck a match, and the match head went into my eye, and it wasn't a day or two later where the eye was healed. This took about 6 or 7 days before the eye to get back into shape, but eventually it did. But I've only got about 140 more hours or so of sitting like this before I can hopefully return to a more normal life. But that's a little bit about what's going on in my life, and it's been pretty boring. But I'm completely blind in the eye now, and hopefully this will restore my vision. I won't really know for about a month or so. I can see it starting to come back. I can see colors and shapes, but I'm still looking through that gas bubble, which won't be absorbed by my body for at least another week. And I have an appointment Wednesday to go to Green Bay. Looking for a ride if anybody can help out too. But that's a little bit about what's been going on in my life anyways. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.